The stage, the wonderful EvanArcher, everybody! What
about? Craig there was talking about like how if people in the heavy metal scene they didn't know the songs, they'd shoot them in the head. Craig, I think you were just in the IRA. I should introduce myself. Hello, my name's Evan, and I'm an alcoholic. No, sorry. That's a Friday night thing I do. Nah, I'm not an alcoholic. Just Irish. Which means I actually am an alcoholic. But I'm also good crack. You know, like, we'll have a great laugh along the way, but by God, I'll ruin a family get-together. Like, apparently it wasn't appropriate to bring out a tray of Jaeger bombs at my cousin's birthday. But what? The rest of us can't have a laugh just because he's turning 12. If I'd known there was going to be kids there, I would have brought Jello shots. I'm going to tell you straight away, I am nervous about all this, because to be honest, I'm not even supposed to be here. Me and my buddy just thought it'd be funny to swap places for a day. So I'm doing his stand-up comedy set, and he's covering for me at the orthopedic hospital. He wished me well, but he was like, "Oh man, break a leg." And I told him, definitely don't do that at my thing. Pretty frowned upon. No, I'm not even remotely smart enough to be a doctor. The only PhD I've got is a pretty huge debt. Can't get my barbell business off the ground. My friend actually corrected me on that joke as well. He told me that, medical doctors don't have PhDs, they have MDs. And I was like, oh, that's grand, the joke still works. Because the only thing bigger than my PhD is my MD. Manic depression. So even if this gig goes well, I'll still cry on the bus home. I was coming into the gig today and I passed a van with a sign that said, "No tools kept in this van." Now I don't know about you, but when I see a sign like that, I immediately think, there's some expensive tools in that van. On a totally unrelated note, if anyone's looking for me after the show, I will be upstairs selling power drills. I like living in Dublin. It's a cool city. Like, you never really know what you're going to get. I was on the bus the other day, and I was looking out the window, and I saw a seagull sitting on top of a horse. Just pretty jarring. I looked out the opposite window then, and there was an owl lad with his top off trying to fight the bus. And like, I'm not sure what instigated the altercation, but did the bus sleep with his missus or something? Maybe he just straight up thought the bus was a minority. I didn't catch it. And I hate calling anyone names, but the bus did drive away, which is a bit of a bitch move, you know. Yeah, I like living in Dublin. I share an apartment with my housemate, although she does prefer the term girlfriend. Yeah, no, but I recently got engaged. Thank you. Yeah, pretty easy to be honest. You just turn the knob on the cubicle door. Straightforward. Well, I can't say she's really supportive of me going out and doing comedy, you know. Loves that I'm going out and experience gigging. Although I do mainly kind of think it's because it gives her boyfriend a chance to call over. Like, I had to ask the lads for a spot here tonight because they were making fajitas. You know, I just didn't want to be in the middle of it. But no, like, you know, like, it's going pretty well living together. Like, my girlfriend, she gets to have sex whenever she wants, and I get to have sex whenever she's done watching Bridgerton. It does lead to some pretty kinky stuff in the bedroom, though, I'll tell you. We'll do a bit of role play where she's like British nobility and I'm like a young Irish stable boy, you know. Except she gets too into the dynamic, so instead of having sex, she just ends up taking all my stuff. I was actually going to use those 6 Kenties, if you don't mind. You're just taking them anyway, that's cool. My girlfriend, she thinks that I've got irritable bowel syndrome. It's unfortunate for me because I have to let her think that I do, because she just straight up cannot find out that I'm in there betting on virtual greyhounds. Like, I hate animal cruelty, but I just love gambling. I don't have IBS. I just have like a typical Irish diet, which is a rake of deli food, a half of Guinness, and then once a week at 11:30 at night, I'll eat 9 slices of toast over the sink. There's something with the cover of darkness that makes toast the most Moorish substance on earth. And I have a very addictive personality as well. Like, I've got a lot of vices. Like coffee is my latest obsession, and like I didn't even start drinking coffee until I turned 30. But now, like every morning, I can't even function until I like smoke some crack. Yeah, we've got one of those mugs at work. It's like, don't talk to me until I've had my crack. At which point, talk to me at your own risk, because the crack will make me unpredictable. Yeah. And I'm prone to road rage too, like shouting when I'm stuck in traffic. Does tend to get me in a lot of trouble with everyone else on the bus. It's also why I was fired from driving a hearse. Yeah, apparently it's not a good thing to be an overtaking undertaker. They for sure did not appreciate me playing music during the funeral processions either. But it's the only time I've seen someone not sing along with ABBA. But no, like I'm trying to make myself kind of a better person, make my habits less destructive, so I actually started going to therapy. The only issue with that though is that because I'm an Irish man, when I walked into a therapist's office and they said hello, I went, no, honestly, I'm grand. I don't even be bothering, I'm treating mental health care like it's a cup of tea, I'm going like, you can't say yes straight away, Evan. They'll think you want it too much. But the therapist ends up telling me that I've got like severe trust issues, and I just kind of thought, you fucking would say that, wouldn't you? I didn't believe them, so I went to a second therapist who told me the same thing. They must have been friends with the first one, because that was a mad coincidence, I thought. After I'd exhausted half the therapists in the greater Dublin area, I decided to do some like deep self-reflection, and that's when I kind of realised, Evan, these therapists are plotting against you. I find therapy to be quite like a strange dynamic, because like the longer I'm unhappy, the more financially secure my therapist becomes. like he is incentivized to keep me a bit mental, It's like, wow, that upbringing must have been. And that's 7 o'clock, Evan. Sorry, same time next week. I'm like, oh, but I'm so sad. Maybe fucking have a few pints or something, I don't know. Like, it's an important thing to look out for when you're picking a therapist. Like, you really want to make sure that they're already financially secure. Like, because like their office is supposed to say like a Domino's pizza or something. You're going to be walking out of there with some new trauma, 3 months of sessions paid in advance, and a large pepperoni. Like when my therapist found out his kid needed braces, I started finding out about trauma I didn't even know I had. I was leaving therapy going, I just never realised how much my mental health was suffering from me going through the menopause. And like, I know as well, I know that I really need therapy, like I just know that it's something I have to do, like, because like I said, I have like, a lot of problems and stuff, and like particularly in comedy as well, I suffer really badly with like imposter syndrome, where like I kind of feel like I'm a fraud, kind of like just being a bit of an imposter, like, so like sometimes I get so much into my own head that I'll even have a breakdown in there and be like, I don't even have imposter syndrome, I'm a phony! And then the man is like, Evan, you need to believe in yourself before others can believe in you. Also, your therapist's office is upstairs. This is a Domino's pizza. But as well as my mental health, I'm trying to work on my physical health. Trying to lose a bit of weight at the moment. And that pause, that's where a nicer audience would have gone, no, you look great, Evan. I need to lose some weight. You're fucking too right, yeah, boy. Jesus. No, but so I'm trying to improve my diet, so I signed up for that app, HelloFresh. And if you don't know, HelloFresh is like a food delivery service where you pick out some meals and then send you ingredients with instructions on how to cook everything. It's basically Just Eat with extra steps. Kind of like if you went to a mechanic and instead of fixing your car, they just handed you some wrenches and a leaflet. Is this the right way to fix my brakes? Fucking better hope so. But yeah, and then it comes on this big cardboard box with a HelloFresh slogan, deliciously easy, which is a fucking lie. Because I ate that box. And it was bland and incredibly hard to digest. And I just finished up there this week, but I give you the first step of the recipe, which I thought was a bit interesting, It said step 1, make the mash. And it said chop potatoes, boil water, add potatoes, cook, drain, return to pot, add butter, milk, salt, pepper. Now they've kind of labelled that step 1 the way I'd say I'm going for 1 pint. No factual accuracy, just good intentions. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been EvanArcher.